Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you this afternoon, the start of early afternoon, I guess you could say. About to go into afternoon time very shortly for an album review, and this is for the Tuesday album review. This is going to be a re-review for an album that I did back in 2018 of May 24th or 5th or something like that. But this is for Hoobastank's sixth studio album that I'm re-reviewing for Push Pull that I just got done listening to. I think a second time around to see if it would grow on me, giving it another whirl and seeing if it would grow on me and all that. So this is for the Tuesday album review. It's for a re-review for season 4, episode 3. So I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this Hoobastank push pull again for another re-listen and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this re-review. Now it starts with "Don't Look Away," and I just wasn't a fan of it. I personally think it was the weakest song. Um, Not the weakest, but it was a disappointing track overall. It's just Douglas Robb. He does this falsetto that I don't know if I can feel for with this track. And it's okay and all, but it just doesn't click with me with the song. And the auto tune at the end of the track with "just another version of the person that I want you to be" lyric, it just was weird. With that lyric, I just wasn't feeling for it. So 2.5 out of 5 for "Don't Look Away." In my personal opinion, it's one of the weakest songs. One of them. There's another one that's pretty weak too. So next we get to "Push Pull," and that was another disappointing track. Um, I think the melody did all right, but it's just the execution of how Douglas Robb is singing the song. It There's some lyrics he sings. "I ain't gonna chase you down," and he sings down in a falsetto. And I don't know, it made me cringe a bit. So I just wasn't a fan of this one. So 2.5 out of 5 for this one. Um, I don't know how I was feeling about it. I felt uncertain at first what I thought of it, but the drum work is okay. It's just the execution of the lyrics and how Douglas Robb is singing the lyrics. It just makes it feel a little wonky of a track, in my personal opinion. So 2.5 out of 5 for Push Pull. More Beautiful was my very, I guess, not worst track, but it was a decent one. It was a little bit of an improvement. It was the first single for this album when it came out, of course. So yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's got some decent stringing work, meaning the guitar work, and the sort of drum work and some of the pop beat to it sounds okay. And some of his falsetto in this is a little strong. Not the best, but it's has its cringy moments and its strong moments. But when the chorus comes in, it sounds pretty catchy, so 4 out of 5, in my personal opinion. Head Over Heels, Tears for Fears cover was another disappointing one. I think the beginning of this album only had one song that was decent, and the others were very disappointing and just boring tracks, honestly. Head Over Heels, Tears for Fears cover, just. I don't like Douglas Robb where he does this annoying singing pitch at the end of the song, and it sounds like it's being ruined with how this execution of the song is playing out. This is supposed to be a cover track, and they did a horrible job on this one. So 2 out of 5 for this one. I'm not a fan of it. It's bad, honestly. And the overall sound to it is just not sounding great. Drum work, it's fine, and guitar work is okay, but the execution of the delivery for the song just really doesn't suit well with me. True Believer is where the album starts to kick off to a better start, to a better opening to tracks 5 to 11. It gets a little better. Um, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5 for True Believer. I don't hate this song. I'm a little indifferent about it, and I think it's an average listen in my personal opinion. So, yeah, the way Douglas Rob's singing the song, it doesn't sound bad. So he's stepping it up a bit, and the drum work is going a little faster. So I think it's average for what it is. It's getting a bit better. Just Let Go, Who Cares If We Fall? Decent song. Don't hate it that much. Just don't know if it's my favorite song right now. So 4 out of 5 for this one. Better Left Unsaid is a decent one too. It's not the best track, but it's something. Douglas Rob's singing in it is a little bit better. So I think towards the end of the album, to the halfway point to the end of the album, gets a little stronger with the tracks. So 4 out of 5 for Better Left Unsaid. We Don't Need the World was a decent song. Some of his falsetto singing can be sort of underwhelming, but in a way, I think the execution of the track did alright with the electronic music in it and some of the funk rock, pop rock beat that they're going for. So 4 out of 5. Buzzkill Before You Say Goodbye was a decent song. So I'll give that a 4 out of 5. I'm just breezing through it so I can get ready to rate the album itself. So, yeah. Fallen Star is actually not a bad song. I was not disappointed with this one. I know when I first listened to it, I gave it a lower score. Now, after listening to newer music and other experimentations of music throughout my YouTube career or YouTube time being on YouTube and all that, and listening to new music, I've grown a little attached to this song. So 4.5 out of 5 for Fallen Star. And there will be another one, not a bad ending to the album, so I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. So production, mixing, and execution. I think Hoobastank Push Pull was a disappointing album, but there were some strong cuts on this album. Meaning More Beautiful was a decent song. It was probably one of the stronger tracks. Um, and you have, I wouldn't say True Believer is the best song, but it's an average listen. Um, Just Let Go, Who Cares If We Fall is another strong cut. Better Left Unsaid is strong. We Don't Need the World, Buzzkill, Before You Say Goodbye, Fallen Star, and There Will Be Another One are probably my personal favorites. Probably the stronger tracks, in my opinion. But 3 of the songs kind of ruined the record for me, and mostly head over heels. So overall, I think Hoobastank Push Pull was unfortunately a disappointing album, but did have some strong cuts towards the halfway point to the end of the album. Um, from tracks 5 to 11 gets a little better, and track number 3 is decent, so it's not the worst track. So for a score for me, I'm giving Hoobastank Push Pull for this Tuesday album review, the re-review that I'm doing for you guys, a 5.5 out of 10. It's still getting the same rating I gave it back in 2018, but there's a reason why. Push Pull, in my opinion, the title track was not very good. After listening to it more times, I was just a little disappointed with it. After coming back to it again, I'm like, yeah, this was their weakest album. It really was their weakest album, which I hope they can improve on the seventh studio album if they do make a seventh studio album. It's been about 4 years since the last Hoobastank album, which was Push Pull, or a little over 4 years. So hopefully they can come out with another album. Anyways, 5.5 out of 10 for Push Pull. I think it's a disappointing album, but still has a few songs that were pretty strong. Quite a majority of songs. 3 of the songs being the ones that downgraded this record quite a bit. So comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Hoobastank Push Pull re-review I did for this Tuesday album review if you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy this Season 4, Episode 3 of Tuesday album reviews for a re-review for Push Pull by Hoobastank, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for, I think, another review. I'm not 100% sure. If I don't, then I'm basically just going out to clean my garage this afternoon. So I gotta start doing that this afternoon. But anyways, I hope you did enjoy this re-review for Hoobastank Push Pull. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. And keep in mind, this is just strictly my opinion on it. And if you didn't like this review, you didn't have to watch it. But uh, it's just my opinion at the end of the day. So I think it's a little better than the last 2 albums I heard, but it's still not good enough to give it like a 6 or so. So maybe I could have given it a 6, but no. It's not that kind of record you give a 6, because, yeah, this album was sort of underwhelming with a few songs on it. So, yeah, I will be returning to you for another review. Maybe for a movie review. I don't know for sure. I gotta see what I'm doing. But anyway, stay safe, guys. Take care. Hope you enjoyed this Tuesday album review video for Season 4, Episode 3 of Hoobastank Push Pull re-review. Like I said, did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Stay safe, take care, and as always, I'll see you in my next review.